Hello, I'm Debbie Gilbert from the Best Business Women Awards, and today I am joined by Babs Forman from Skin Confident, who was our customer service winner of 2019. Quite a coveted trophy, that one, to have, because we get an incredible number of entries in the customer service category. And Babs was also a finalist in the new business category. So to win a customer service award and be a new business, she's definitely doing something right. So welcome, Babs. Tell us
Thank you very much.
Tell us about your business and what made you start it.
Okay, so my business is Skin Confident, as you said. The clue is in the name, really. So the aim is very much to make people feel more confident about their skin, in their skin. So I work with people who have some kind of visible difference. Generally, that's scars. It might be anything else. It might be congenital. You can think of any number of things. And what I offer is a service that provides skin camouflage, it's called. So it's kind of highly specialist paramedical products that can help conceal such conditions. And there's a whole kind of body of clinical evidence building up on the psychological effects of, particularly issues with the skin, particularly facial, generally have the most impact, but not necessarily, kind of long-lasting after effects of trauma and things like that manifest themselves on the skin. So skin camouflage can be very useful in those situations, and it just, obviously it's not a full solution in itself often, but it just gives people kind of more control over their appearance. It can really change the relationship that they have with their scars and just kind of help them maybe get back to a more confident life that they had maybe been used to living beforehand.
So what actually made you get into this business in the first place?
It's a bit of a roundabout route. So I started off by qualifying as a solicitor and worked in the law for a few years, but found that maybe wasn't quite my calling, and then retrained as a makeup artist. Went into kind of film and TV and the more mainstream makeup. And then I think I just felt the pull towards wanting to do something kind of more meaningful. And actually I had myself been burnt as a teenager. And so I got away very lightly. It could have been a lot more awful than it was, but I did spend some time at the burns unit and kind of came into contact with the people and the various different services. And so I think that had been simmering obviously for a while, and it's really interesting. Most people that I know who are in this industry, there are very few of us to start with, but everyone has some kind of personal connection. It's really interesting. So that all came together, and I felt like I could really take advantage of my kind of unique combination of skills.
Where's your clinic?
So my clinic currently is in central London, just near Bank Station, which is actually in the heart of kind of the legal district, which also really helps me because I haven't actually mentioned it before, but often I work with people who've been involved in, say, a road traffic accident or an accident at work and who are in the process of litigation. And so it would actually be their solicitor who instructs me, and then I can help them with the products themselves, but then also with the costings, and then that can go towards the compensation in their case.
Yeah, so you're acting as an expert witness in court cases and things. Yeah,
that's exactly right. Yeah.
Interesting. That must be a very interesting part of the work that you do. So, what made you enter the awards last year?
So the awards, I came across them online, and I just thought it would be a brilliant opportunity. Obviously, awards are a way of adding a bit of credibility to your business, really setting you apart from your competition. Like I just mentioned, there are very few of us, so it's quite nice to be able to stand out. I felt like it'd be a great opportunity for PR. The biggest struggle that I have, really, or I'd say my biggest challenge, is that there's so little awareness of skin camouflage, of its existence, of how to access the service. And so really anything that just increases that awareness and that understanding was something that was very much on my list of things that I wanted to do. And so it came along at the perfect time for me.
So tell us, you won the Best Customer Service Award. So tell us briefly what you feel encapsulates really good customer service.
Well, for me, it's just really having the customer at the heart of everything I do. And that sounds a bit trite, but it really is just kind of thinking about the effect of every part of my service and the whole journey that the customer is going through, especially because I'm working with vulnerable people. You know, they're feeling very insecure when they come to see me. It's a very kind of intimate setting that we're in. You know, it's not quite a medical doctor, obviously, but, you know, things come out that they might not be telling anyone else about. And so it's just really providing everything from the environment that they're in to, you know, our first contact to the service that I provide on the day is just designed to make people feel comfortable and at ease, and then hopefully leave with a sense of joy afterwards.
You obviously clearly thought out the customer journey and how you were going to deal with all of that. Is that right? When you were setting up the business, so that was obviously really important.
Yes, and obviously yes, no, it is important, and obviously I've been able to refine that a little bit, and as I've been able to invest in kind of the smoother, you know, technology behind it as well. But yeah, certainly what was important to me is that it would always be a very personal service, and that it would feel personal to the customer.
So, what impact did the award have on your business, or on you as well?
Yes, no, it's on both levels, absolutely. I mean, on the business, I'd say it certainly it attracted a lot of attention, both from within my network, but outside of it as well. So, you know, I then tried to really capitalize on that on social media, and particularly on LinkedIn, you know, to my network of legal contacts. And that worked really well. I got some PR interest from local radio, but also some kind of really relevant trade magazines, which was brilliant for me. And I know from certain instructions that I've received after that they were a direct result of that. So definitely business increased as a result. And I think, like you mentioned, just the whole process and experience were really valuable for me, in terms of just kind of focusing on achievement and success, which I think as business owners and probably as women, many of us don't take the time to do necessarily, and you're kind of always looking forward, looking to grow, looking at the next step. And just, you know, being forced or having the incentive to sit down and go through feedback, you know, and hear all of the positive messages of thanks it was actually really kind of emotional for me, and you know, it gave me a lot more confidence in what I'm doing, and a new kind of a renewed sense of pride, I guess, in my business.
Well, your business does
so
change.
Yeah, on both of those levels it's
just cut out there a little bit.
Sorry.
That's okay. I know you did warn me about the internet. What advice would you give to anyone thinking of entering the awards?
So I'd say definitely take it seriously. You know, set aside enough time for it, and treat it, I guess, in the same way as you do your business and your clients. So, you know, the judges, obviously they can't see you at work. This is their one insight into who you are, you know, what your business ethos is, I guess. And so if you can let your professionalism and your dedication shine through, and, you know, you're paying attention to details, you're making it look great, you're doing all of these things that you would normally do for your business, hopefully, then, you know, I think that will really show. And I think it's something you'd mentioned as well, is the storytelling aspect. You know, it's very important. If you can tell that story and bring it alive, I think that really helps. And in that sense, actually, what I found very helpful was your awards kind of masterclass beforehand. So just kind of hearing from previous winners how they'd gone about it, and speaking to you, and really kind of finding out as much as possible about what the judges are looking for was really helpful. I think a lot of people might be a bit, I don't know, embarrassed or feel awkward about maybe even sending an email, but I certainly remember I did that, and you were very helpful, you know, about certain technical aspects of eligibility, for example, you know, rather than just hoping for the best.
Yeah, I remember. Actually, now you've mentioned it, and I think we had a whole discussion about, you were deciding about categories, and I said, well, what do you want to be known for? And you said to me, my customer service was one of them. And I think that's such a great accolade to have in your business. And we've had some tremendous winners of that category over the years. It's one of the biggest categories. It's second to most inspiring businesswoman. And a lot
Right.
of what people send in for customer service, when I'm sitting in the judging room listening to the judges talking and looking through all the entries, you know, one of the things that they'll say is, you know, people enter this category and the customer service they're talking about is standard, and what they're
Yeah.
looking for is excellence. So
Yeah.
saying, oh, well, I call the customer back within 24 hours is not customer service. That's what,
Right.
you know, you would expect as a minimum. And I think what you'd added into your entry, you know, made you stand out because you clearly went above and beyond. And that's the whole point. It's above and beyond that gets results with this category. So all the finalists are, all of them, really good at customer service, but to win it, you've just got to have that edge. And I think you definitely had the edge on everybody in what you shared in your entry and your online footprint and the things that people say about you online, which cannot be disputed, can it, at the end of the day? So I think you did really well. And it's great to have you as one of our past winners alongside. There was a baby photographer one year that won it. There was a lady who owns her own falconry business, one best service. Yeah. The year before you, Caroline from the e-learning, who then came back last year and won a different category. The year before you. So I think all of you have shown that, you know, as a business, you're delivering outstanding customer service. So that's only going to stand your business in good stead in the future, isn't it?
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah. Thank you.
I know it's difficult times at the moment, but people will come back because obviously you can't open your clinic at this stage because of the situation we're in. But I think you've got a service that so many people need, and it's a desperate need that they have, that you will bounce back from this, I'm sure.
Thank you.
Sure. But thank you for joining me today. Really appreciate you coming on to talk to me and share your story with other people. And I think you're a great example of a business that's gone the extra mile and thoroughly well deserved for your win last year. Thank you, Barbara.
Thank you so much, and thanks for having me on. It's been lovely talking again.
Cheers.